So let's talk about week 3. All right, so week 1 to recap. Week 1 energies of November for America. We got dual readings, which is what's taking it so long. We have readings for people who are still stuck in the government, and then we have readings for us. And so basically, week 1 is saying, don't let anxiety win. Start working on yourself. Start understanding you have more power than you thought you had. And start creating community. Start finding connections. Week 2, child, oh my God. Week 2 is about learning how to walk away and let go. Again, don't let the devil win. Don't let the devil take your mind. But it's also like understanding that you are not caged. You are not trapped. You are in this phase of personal growth and progress. And it's not going to be easy. And it's going to feel like it hurts. But you got to keep going forward. Week 3. When I saw this, I was like, okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. Hold on. Let me bring my calendar back up. This is the week of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Okay. That's what they feel like, right? 16th to the 22nd. So week 3. Look at this. Work on it. Okay? Patience, my child. Patience, grasshopper. We're going to see that shift. We're going to see that change. Remember how I told you the world is going to start writing itself. Remember I said the world is going to start writing itself. Things are going to be turned on its head. The energy is going to shift. Oh, that's right. And that fits with the dates that I got yesterday. Because the 21st is right in the middle of that. Well, not right in the middle, towards the end of that. So the 16th through the 22nd, so this is week 3. And it says, patience is a virtue. What is yours? Please pay attention to this saying. What is yours will always come back to you. Have faith. So y'all need to be planting in this season. Remember, millionaires are made in the mud. You need to be planting. You need to be planting all year. But some of us, we were thrown off our set. We're back. So you need to be tending the garden of the things that you've been planting. You said 2025 was going to be your year. You were doing good things. That means you put some seeds in the ground already. Go tend them. All right. Go watch them grow. Again, these are going to be your values. These are going to be your income. These are going to be, this here could be the exposure of the votes as well. This definitely can be because we've been waiting for a long time for that. Right. So it's investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is not always financial. It's putting time in yourself. Investing in yourself is putting yourself first in some regards. And putting yourself first is, can be like to find your like-minded people, to find your community, to find people that not make you, but help you understand that you do belong to something else. Because you belong somewhere. Like you just do. Everybody does. No man's an island. So start cultivating and creating your own community. Have a long-term vision. This card came out before too in a different reading. But it was like, get a vision. So if you've had dreams or you like 2025 is going to be a year, like we really celebrated for 2025. I don't know what it was, but my daughter, she cried and that was weird. Like she boohooed. It was terrible. I'm like, what do you know that I don't know? Because she has some gifts. She's just not aware of them. I'm like, what do you know that I don't know? Woo, child. Anyway. So like really work on your vision. And this is one of the ways that you help yourself stay here. I don't mean necessarily here in America. I mean here in the living. Is find something you're working for. So you're working towards. And it needs to be the thing that you really, really want. Not the thing that fits what other people say. Not the thing that society thinks is good. Not the thing that is acceptable. What you actually want. If you have a dream that doesn't make sense to anyone else, who cares? Start cultivating it. Because like I said, if this administration or if 2025 has taught you nothing else, right, is go after what you want unapologetically. Don't ask for permission. And you're doing that on the positive aspect of it, not to take from other people, but to actually build something. Okay? Like build yourself. So, but also your patience is going to start paying off. Your perseverance, the fact that some of you did want to leave and you're still here, the fact that you're still here is going to pay off. Every breath you take means you still have purpose. So you keep on and you keep breathing and you keep working towards this vision. Okay. Um, just be, just persevere, because I promise you, this shit is going to turn. This shit is going to turn. I got this in the vision before. I'm going to give it again. I got the visual of a cruise ship. I don't know if you guys have ever been on a cruise ship, but when a cruise ship is coming back into harbor, like I remember this particular part when I came from the Bahamas. When the cruise ship is coming back into harbor, it's going forward, right? Because they got to drive forward and they gotta see where they're going. But once they know where they are supposed to be and they're getting ready to dock, what you'll start seeing happening is that the cruise ship has to turn, and then it's going to have to back into the harbor, right? So because the cruise ship has to turn, it can't just whip like some of these youngsters be doing their cars. You know, you can't end up on two wheels like I did one time when I was teaching myself how to learn while driving. It has to go slow and steady. And so I know we want things to be fast, but we missed the time of being fast. You know, like we were supposed to handle that shit right away. But at the same time, it really feels like this was destined. It had to be this way, or we would have been back here again anyway, right? So I did end up on two wheels. It was scary, but it was so exhilarating. And that's when I realized I have a thrill streak. Nobody wanted to teach me how to drive. I learned that day, when you're about to make a right turn, put on the brakes, slow down, and then you can make one. Don't just turn. Okay, anyway, lesson for somebody who's still learning. um, just put in the work, but understand this is going to be a slow thing. The ship has to turn slowly or it will tip over. And then it's going to have to back into it, which means we're going to have to reverse engineer what it is that we're looking for. Because guess what? The shit we got don't work. It doesn't work. That's the sad part, but it's the true part. It doesn't work. One thing, like I said, one thing about this whole shit show is that it has shown us that we can't count on people to be honorable and to uphold unwritten rules. We gotta put them rules all on paper. So we're really going to have to reconstruct a new constitution using the old one as a backbone. It's going to have to happen. Like, that's just it. That's how it goes. No more amendments, but like a strong constitution that already has that shit baked in. Okay? Because amendments you can ignore. Like, oh, they just added that, as they have been ignoring. We're going to have to bake it in. Exactly. And exactly, don't let somebody else steer your shit. I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, so that's what it takes. It takes a slow turn, and that's what's happening. So now, to mention what Julie said earlier, we start seeing that Kamala had, she came out. It didn't take her 9 months to write that book. It didn't take her 9 months to write that book. It didn't take her 5 or 6 months to write that book. She had already been journaling. She had already been writing notes. She you could just speak that out. You don't even need to write that. It didn't take her all that. She was testing the temperature, because in fascist regimes, they get rid of their oppositions, right? So she was trying to, and I got that. Okay, so I've been tapping into her energy all year. She wasn't writing a book. She was working. She was working on, how do we fix this? Her energy, like she had her broke down energy for a minute, right? Because like, dang, they ain't choose me. And then when she rushed back in December, she was reinvigorated. And like, you could just feel it. And it's weird because I wasn't like trying to tap into her energy. I just felt it. And then it was like, she was like, okay, so they did choose me. They do want me. You know what I mean? And so then, no, I don't. But then, so I felt her working, basically, and the working wasn't on writing, because I had 2 prophetic dreams about them getting people together. So they've been working, and they've been doing things. They've been looking at everything, right? And I felt when they went, oh my God, because the oh my God, because I saw the war room, I saw everybody coming together. I just saw a lot of different things. But the oh my God was realizing this was more than just an election. This was the Epstein files, right? This was deep corruption. This was more than, oh, there was a tech issue. This was bigger than that. This was, the spider web is huge. And it is. Because when you start looking at like, even from like, say, CK and EK from September, you start realizing CK's dad worked for Orange Man. EK was in Orange Man's contact. Like, all of a sudden, you start seeing this spider, this Black Widow, this orange Black Widow, is tied to everybody. And then the other person who's tied to everybody is the guy with the money, Peter Cottontail. Okay? Not even the musky guy, but Peter Cottontail. He's tied to everybody, right? So they had an oh my God moment, and it went, we can't take one down because we're going to miss everything. And I felt that, and I was like, okay, this is going to take longer than we thought. And they're ready now. They're ready now. Because they have to be. Yeah. Yeah. They're ready because they have to be. So their long game is going to play off too. They've had to take, and that's what I was saying. Like, if you watch her shifts, right? And that's what I had said. I said, watch her. Because, she was like, oh, I might run for governor. And it's like, that's not the energy I get from you. No, you're not. And she was like, I'll let you know about September. I was like, uh-huh. And then in September, we find out, or late August, we find out, I'm not running for governor. And I have a book, and I'm going to tour. I'm like, why would you be touring in the middle of this shit show? Putting yourself out there. Oh, something happened. Something happened. You know something. And so, honestly, I think the book tour is a front. That's the energy I got from it. It's a front. And it's working. Just like how all those Palestine people against her, those are bought and paid for by a group of white women. One who is married to a Chinese diplomat or something like that. What do they call them? Pink candy, hard pink, code pink. One of them, they're all white women. And one of them is married to a CPP person, like sympathizer or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Because those tickets are like $500 or $600. And you're just going there to get kicked out? I don't think so. So they're being paid by those people. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. And that's the thing. They literally have been exposing themselves. And they're getting so bold because they think they're getting away with it. And that's how come I know this shit's going to fall. Because now we're not hiding anything anymore, right? They're not hiding anything. It's like, this is going to be a good movie when we're done. You know what I mean? Because you're getting so bold. It's like, whatever. And in my October read last week, that, you know what? Okay. To think of the case building up, right? I once heard about like these department stores and stuff. They won't take you to jail for a shirt. They won't take you to jail for like a shirt or short. They won't take you to jail for $100 worth of stuff. What they let you do is get a grand larceny case. And grand larceny is in the uppers. It's the same thing with bankers and tellers. They think they're getting away. But people watch you from the minute the numbers go wrong. Because there's accountants, CPAs. They're watching you from the minute. Oh, shit. How we $500 short? Who was that? Let's watch. And you're thinking, I'm getting away. And it's like, all of a sudden you hear, so-and-so got busted for $50,000, blah, 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 blah. You're like, how did you let them get the $50,000? Because they had to. They wanted a real case. And that's what's happening now is, I want to say bring back the gallows, but I won't say that. Because I'm afraid that if we let them just go to jail or run away to Argentina or Georgia, the country, or whatever, that all they're going to do is come back in 5 years, But anyway, but it's weird because we're like so advanced of a society that we don't take out treasons anymore. And it's in our Constitution that we can take them out, but we don't do that anymore because we're so advanced. And it's like, I get it, but I don't get it because we can't let them out ever. Anyway, no, they don't. The judges do not keep siding with them. The Supreme Court 6 do, but it's those little judges have kept, like, they were not expecting a fight at all. Those little judges appellate courts and all that stuff, those people have been protecting us. Like, we would have fell a long time ago if they fell. It would have been wrapped up tight because they were boom, 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 boom. They were moving so fast, right? So we would have fell if they fell. And you see, they did the little bombing on the lady's house, trying to, I guess, send a message to everybody else. Like, look what we're going to do. Like, baby. Okay. So anyway, long game. She's playing long game too. Not just her. You know, the international people are looking, but guess what? They're also infiltrated by the Israelites as well. I learned about the Israelites getting to the Hague as well. So there's a lot of people who, for some reason, are being bought like that. But a case is being built. Okay? This had me like, what? Oh, wait a second. Oh, we got 2 aces in the 3rd week. I didn't even see that because remember the whole lump came out. We got 2 aces in the 3rd week. Oh, this is big money style. This is big energy. 3rd week, November 16th to the 22nd. 3rd week, we got 2 aces. Look at this ace. Ace of Wands. What does it say? New beginnings, inspiration, creativity, passion, confidence, courage, power, and growth. Y'all, we've had growth all through this reading so far. Growth all through this reading. Is this our first wand? It is. This is our first wand. Perfect. That's amazing. Okay. And as it also being our first wand, it's our first fire card too. And I look at fire energy as like rapid energy, moving energy, like that's really interesting. So, okay. This is going to be some harvesting time. Y'all, don't be surprised if week 3 some shit come out. Hey, January. Don't be surprised. Look at this. Okay, so it says here, a spark of creativity ignites within you. Embrace the fire of inspiration and take action. Something to come out. They finna bop them people on their head. Yep, I said it like that. They're gonna bop them people on the head. They're about to knock. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. This shit finna go down. And it's funny because it is the 21st that I got as, don't hold me to that. Okay, I'm just a card reader right now. It is the 21st. That week has the 21st within it, and the 21st is when I got that things were going to shift. This is it. This is it. This is the week that things happen big time. So these first 2 weeks, plant your garden, work on you, don't be distracted, don't be discouraged, and don't be fighting with these people. Okay? You ain't got time. Just belittle them like, oh, you still on that? Okay. Don't do it. Okay? Big change. Big change first week. This ain't hope. This is what I'm reading. Okay? Oh, I am hope. well, not really, but then look what happens. Oh shit. I like it. This is okay. This feels like what's gonna be revealed. Because what card is this? What card is this? Justice card. Oh my God. Is my Adderall wearing off? Okay. So the future depends on what you do in the present. Balance is a key to everything, right? So remember, I have to read these cards 2 ways. So while we're getting the fairness, the justice, the truth, and the balance, and again, there's that 21st, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's that 21st. They're getting, 1111 too, master number. They're going to be like, this is unfair. Oh my God. But we're going to see this stuff coming out. We're going to understand what's happening because, again, I think this also pertains to the votes, right? I think this also pertains to the votes. We've been waiting so long to hear about the votes. We've been waiting so long. We're like, can't you tell? Don't you know? Well, guess what? I think it's going to come. All right. So I think we're going to get the reveal. So here, justice is going to show up, right? Thank you, Maddie. Justice is going to show up. It's going to feel unfair to them. They're going to be talking about, oh, it's biased. It's a witch hunt, blah, 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 blah. But we're also going to see how imbalanced it was. We're also going to see that they triggered the system after 60% turned out. That's at least how ETA is finding it. They're like, the threshold was 60%. Once there was a 60% turnout, bloop, 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 you know, things started switching. So then, like I said, we're gonna get this though. We're gonna get the truth finally, and then justice is gonna start working. Remember, it's a ship, so it's gonna go slow, but justice is gonna start working. Thank you for saying it. The ETA, what that stands for. But look, sword of truth. Look who's coming out. We got 2 swords that week. I mean, 2 aces that week. That third week of November is going to be a big week. It's going to be a big week. Big week. Because this feels like divine intervention. This feels like the supernatural help. This feels like I said, God gonna bop him on the head. Woo! It's big energy. Okay. So, in that third week, we're going to get the new beginning. We're going to have courage. We're going to have power. We're going to find that we do have power, and there's going to be some growth. But we're also going to get clarity, new ideas, mental power. There's power again. There's truth again, and a breakthrough finally. With this sword, we're going to cut through the bullshit. Sorry, that's not what it says. With this sword, we're going to cut through confusion and gain clarity. Look what we're going to do to his crown. Baby, we taking your head off. And all them little gold leaves finna fall. We're taking your head off. Yes. I throw my hands up, singing that song. Butterfly goes away. Look at these. These are all divine numbers. 1, 1, 11, and 7. Feels like I should be calling somebody's number. That's going to be powerful. Week 3 is going to be exciting. Hey, Sunny. Week 3, listen. Week 3 going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Now, week 4 is when we do our economic power week. If y'all remember, this is going to be the 23rd through the 30th. Hello. Oh, I was like, listen, I got goosebumps running up and down my arm. So I'm super excited. Okay. Week 4.